I'll get straight down to it on this. Do you think that judges are right to name publicly 14-year-olds who kill other teenagers?
Yeah, I'd say the judges are right, and it's the correct thing to do, to name perpetrators, because it's in the public interest. Not only is it in the public interest, but also the victims in these cases should be prioritised, and their rights prioritised, as opposed to the right of the perpetrator.
Do you think it would make a 14-year-old carrying a knife any less likely to commit a stupid, needless crime like this in the blink of an eye if they thought that their name and their mugshot was going to be out there for all to see? Or do you think they just don't think about that at the time?
No, if anything, I think it's not going to deter them, because they're going to see it as an honourable thing. So they're going to see it as a benefit as opposed to a detriment. And any young person, and even some adults, would like the publicity of that type of offending, because it makes them look of a certain type of character.
Why on earth? Well, go on. No, carry on.
Yeah, I don't believe it will deter whatsoever, but at the same time, I think it was the right decision which was made by the judge.
You don't think, just to play devil's advocate on this, you don't think that people who are 14 years old, maybe, very troubled life, hypothetically, make a silly mistake, an awful mistake, and do take someone else's life, if the judge gave them anonymity, then they could serve whatever sentence they're given in a youth rehabilitation centre, get some rehabilitation and come out the other side of it, and their name wouldn't be splashed across the media for everyone to see for all of time. You don't think there's anything to be said for their privacy? Or do they lose their human rights when they commit a murder?
No, I totally against them having... They have to have some human rights to some degree, but yeah. I'm totally against them being held anonymous. When the victims have got to live with this for the rest of their life, the victim's family have got to live with this, for the rest of their lives. So why should the perpetrators be able to get out and start a life afresh with an identity that's never been smeared for exactly what they've done? Perpetrators should be held to account. Not only held to account, they should be made in the public eye, so the public know exactly who they are and what they've done.
Yeah, and just one last one quickly with you, if that's all right. And you are, of course, a reformed gang member. You're now a youth rehabilitator. It does seem to me that you've got a huge amount of children, and they are kids. And in the case of this particular lad as well, he looks younger than he is. And he was only 14 when he did this murder. You've got a load of kids walking around with knives now, and they're prepared to use them over absolutely nothing, and they're proud of it. How do you stop that?
Yeah, look, banning knives, in my opinion, isn't the solution, and it's not going to create any part of the solution. It's just, if anything, it's going to create a black market of people manufacturing and selling these things. It's going to create an opportunity for financial gain. And also, if these zombie knives aren't available, they'll just resort to carrying your average kitchen knife. And what are we going to do? Where are we going to draw the line? Are we going to ban kitchen knives as well? It makes no sense whatsoever. It's not going to reduce the problem. Okay, yet there's no justifiable use for these zombie knives, but banning them isn't the answer. We need to change the ideology of children and the mindsets and the way they think.